Wargroove is upon us. By now, hopefully you've heard about Chucklefish's latest endeavour, but we're here to tell you why you should be excited about it. You'll often hear Wargroove touted as this spiritual successor to Advance Wars, but what does that really mean? Well, Wargroove is a turn-based tactical strategy game, drawing on inspiration from the Fire Emblem and Advance Wars series. From the gameplay then, you should expect tactical top-down combat, leading an army of units into war to invade enemy territory and dominate each map. The Advance Wars series hasn't received a new entry for a decade now, with Days of Ruin on the original DS being the most recent. So what then have Chucklefish done to bring the genre into the modern age? Well, they've added a level editor and enabled online play. The map editor looks incredibly intuitive and simple to use, while the online play can be synchronous or asynchronous, so you don't have to wait for your opponents to take their turn. You can jump into another battle while you wait and come back later. Cross-platform play is another modern reason to get excited about Wargroove. You can play with your friends on Steam or Xbox effortlessly with your Switch. Commanders are the leaders of your army, and there are over 12 to choose from and unlock in Wargroove. They'll act as your most powerful units, but if they fall, then the battle ends in your defeat, so protect them at all costs. They're also your avatar during cutscenes and will interact with enemy commanders. The commanders are split up into one of 4 warring factions. You have the Cherrystone Kingdom, the Heavensong Empire, the Felheim Legion, and the Floran Tribe. Which faction a commander is in will dictate what their units look like, although you can change the colours, for instance when playing multiplayer games. If you want a cute and cuddly example, have a look at the dog sprites for each faction. Aside from their impressive offensive and defensive abilities, commanders have another trick up their sleeve. Each commander has their own groove ability, which can be activated when their groove meter is full. Functionally, these behave very similar to CO powers from the Advance Wars games, enabling powerful abilities that can change the tides of war. Examples include allowing each of your units to take an additional turn, or letting your commander leap across the battlefield and land with a powerful area of effect attack. The groove meter will fill up over time as the commander deals and receives damage, and depending on how impactful the groove ability is, they'll charge faster or slower. Wargroove is absolutely packed with stuff to see and do. Here's a quick look at some of the modes on offer. In puzzle mode, you must complete set scenarios. This might be the traditional kill the enemy commander goal, or you may have something more tricky to accomplish, such as rescuing a villager. There may be multiple ways to complete each scenario, but you only have one turn to do it. Skirmish mode lets you take the fight to your friends or the CPU, scrapping it out in 2, 3 or 4 player maps with configurable turn timers, income, commanders and much more. You can even play multiple skirmishes asynchronously online. Like in traditional fighting games, or the classic mode from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate if you want a more modern example, arcade mode pits you against 5 consecutive opponents. Unique to each commander, their arcade mode will feature different opponents and even cutscenes. Campaign mode is obviously where the majority of your playtime will be. There are over 30 missions of varying lengths to wade through, and you'll have set encounters, cutscenes and commanders in this mode, as Chucklefish takes you on an epic adventure. Interestingly, they've said there's over an hour worth of cutscene content in the campaign alone. As if that doesn't sound extravagant enough, you can even create your own campaign. Complete with different world maps, you can place missions and set branching paths through the story. Think Star Fox or Lilac Wars, where completing secret goals or performing well enough will put you on a different path. There's so much more to Wargroove that we could be here for hours. It supports 10 languages at launch, there's a codex and a gallery where you can check out all kinds of interesting backstory and concept pieces. There's also a cutscene editor. I never thought I'd say that about an indie game of this magnitude. There's also a jukebox where you can listen to all the cool songs in the game, and speaking of songs, Jordan interviewed the composer Phonetic Hero over on the Switchwatch website. We'll leave a link in the description if you want to check that out. So are you as excited for Wargroove as we are? I've already pre-ordered my copy and I can't wait to get into it. Let us know down in the comments whether this is an indie you're excited about, leave a like if you enjoyed, and please consider subscribing. We regularly release Switch reviews and features just like this one, and we're sure to have more Wargroove coverage on the way. Until then, why not check out some of our recent reviews. We'll see you next time.